What professions are on high demand in Austria, and what are the jobs that more and more Austrian companies do fill by people from abroad, mainly because of the shortages on the local market? And what are the changes that has been made to the immigration process in order to simplify it for non-EU citizens? Find out in this week's video. This week's question comes from Hannah and as a response to my question to you, what kind of videos you wanna see in 2019 on my channel. And she writes, thank you for all the information, let's say a video about shortage occupation in Austria. You're a faithful follower from Algeria. But before we start, if you're new to my channel and you're interested into moving to Austria and finding the best tips and tricks on moving abroad, creating a life abroad that you love, make sure to subscribe to my channel for new videos every Tuesday. So first of all, to give you some background, immigration to Austria, especially if you're coming from a country that is out of the European Union, has been made possible by the Rot-Weiß-Rot card, and this enables you to move to Austria permanently, also with your family. And this card especially aims at very highly qualified workers, skilled workers in shortage occupations, other key workers, self-employed key workers, founders of startups, and foreign graduates. I talked about the system and the process of applying for visa and jobs in more detail in this video, so make sure to check it out. So if you fall into one of these categories, especially into the shortage occupation category, your chances are quite high that you might find a job in Austria. According to studies, 87% of all companies in Austria said that skill shortages are noticeable, and 75% of all companies struggle with finding skilled workers. Just to compare it to 2017, back then it was only 2/3 of all companies, and nowadays 60% of these companies also say that the shortage of employees and of skilled workers leads to loss of sales, and of course it has negative impact on innovation, so designing new products, coming up with new services. The reason for it is simple. We are getting older. So the population in Austria is getting older, and in this year, actually the people between 20 and 60 years old, so the people who are on a job market, achieve their peak, and it's only going to decrease in the next years. So until 2030, it's been said that it's going to decrease by 230,000 people, which is a lot. It might not seem a lot if you're coming from a big country, but for Austria that has 8 million people living in here, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So for instance, one of the high demand fields is the IT, and only in IT alone there are 10,000 people that are missing on the Austrian market, and this is getting worse also because these companies that are struggling to find talent has been hiring people from the neighboring countries like Czech Republic, Slovakia, Romania, but also these countries are starting to struggle with the same problem and have even lower unemployment rates than Austria. So coming back to the list of shortage occupations. So every year this list is being updated. So companies are being asked, what people are you missing? Who do you need? Especially when it comes to hiring people from non-EU countries. And then the list is being adapted according to the market needs. How does a job get on the list? Well, that's pretty simple. If there is less than 1.5 people applying for the job or looking for a job for one specific position, then it gets on the list. So for instance, when it comes to cooks, and cooks are on a nationwide list, there is only 1.4 people that are applying or that are looking for jobs on the market for one cook position. So what changed compared to last year? Well, because of these developments on the market, more and more companies struggling to find skilled workers, the federal government decided to reform the immigration laws, and they added more occupations to the shortage list. So before there was only 27 of them, now currently there is 45 of them. Also a list of regional shortage occupations has been made, and this should specifically apply and help companies in the specific regions, in the specific fields to find and hire people, and also the process has been simplified. Why did they simplify the process? Well, pretty much because Austria expected to hire more people from abroad in the last years. It was estimated to hire 8,000 people, so 8,000 people would get a red, white, red card, but it was only 2,000 people that actually received it. So in order to make it easier for companies to hire people from abroad, they have lowered the salary limit. So to be specific, skilled workers coming from abroad under the age of 30 get around 2,000 euros, and above 30 it's 2,500 euros. So it's around 500 euros less than a year before. So who has been added to the list? In Lower Austria, it's especially medical technical specialists and glaziers. In Carinthia, it's masons. In Upper Austria, Salzburg, Tirol to Vorarlberg, it's example waiters. And in Vorarlberg, among others, bakers are of an urgent need. Whereas in Upper Austria, mostly technicians, for example, for data processing, are needed. Now, on the nationwide shortage list, not only chefs are on it, but also cabinet makers and plastic processors, also new to the shortage list and thus urgently sought, are, for example, payroll accountants. You can find the whole list on migration.gv.at page, where you can download the whole booklet with all the necessary information. So check it out if interested. Now, I hope that helps and it gives you a better understanding of the job market in Austria and of course the migration to Austria, especially if you are coming from a non-EU country. Now, if you are interested in more details, more information on immigration, job search and finding an apartment in Austria, then make sure to download our guide. You will find the link in the description. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel and share with your friends who might want to move to Austria as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I catch you next time on Boundaryless.